get settled for me? So, welcome to the class of 2026. This is our Rising Senior meeting. I say this every year. I promise you will be shocked at how quickly you end up back in this same position, getting ready for graduation day. Your senior year is going to go so fast. So that's why we like to give y'all a lot of information now, so you kind of know what's on the horizon, because things will get hectic that senior year. First thing I want to say is, if you are supposed to go to Southwood right now, you need to go ahead and go to Southwood like normal. This meeting is being recorded. Everything will be posted in the senior Google Classroom, so go to Southwood like you're supposed to. You will not miss anything. The number one thing I need y'all to hear me say is how important communication is. You will be getting tons of information to your email your senior year. Y'all have got to start checking that every single day. You also need to make sure that you're in the senior Google Classroom. I will send this information out via email so you can join that Google Classroom if you're not already in it. Then just a little bit of who's who. So I'm Miss Nunemacher. I'm in charge of graduation. So anything that has to do with cap and gowns or graduation, you're going to contact me, and I've got my email on there. Then Miss Raspit's over here. She handles anything with the yearbook and senior portraits, so she'll be your contact for that. Then most of y'all know Coach Price. He's our graduation coach, and he handles everything dealing with FAs, making up hours, and making sure you get to graduate. So those are going to kind of be your important people senior year. I'm going to hand it over to Jostens so Travis can talk to you about cap and gown and how that ordering process will look.
Good morning. First of all, the information part is huge. That's why we start with you as rising seniors, to get you the information that you're going to need when you start your senior year. There is a flyer that is on your table, and I encourage you to take it with you. There's a lot of good information on there. My job is to make sure you look good at graduation, but your job is to help us. Right now, we are less than a month away from graduation, and we've got seniors down to ordering down to about 15 or 20 that are left. Your job is to get that to 0 by Christmas. Okay, so we come back in August, September. We will meet with you on ordering your cap and gowns, your announcements, all the things that surround your senior year to get you ready for that day of graduation. Okay, your job is to make sure you get that ordered. We send emails, we put things in your senior email information, put it on social media, but we're letting you know now what to look forward to, and this is one thing I would take to parents. Okay, because the school store for cap and gowns and all graduation supplies opens up August 1st. You don't have to wait on me to get here. You can go ahead and do it. Matter of fact, we prefer that. Y'all go ahead and get that taken care of. A couple other things that I always get questions about: class rings, letter jackets. There is a tidbit of information and some discount things on the bottom of that. So make sure you take these flyers home. And again, we will be back at the beginning of your senior year to go through the process again and make sure you have everything ordered and you're ready for graduation. It'll be here quick, so keep that in mind. Thank you.
All right, next thing we're talking about is a couple things with senior photos. So like I said a minute ago, Ms. Raspit is your contact for senior photos. Every single senior is required to have their senior photo taken by our photography company, which is called Katie. These photos are used for yearbook, for your senior yard signs, for all our graduation materials, so you have to make sure you get that photo taken. Photo sessions begin at the end of the summer, and they're offered through November, and there will be one free session here at school. So make sure you're checking that email. You're on the lookout for information about that, because senior photos are super, super important. I also have a slide in here that includes a QR code. I know you cannot scan it now, but I will email this out, and when you're at home, you can scan this QR code to get Katie all of your information so that they can send you updates and so that they can tell you what you need and you can sign up through that. Now I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Fuller to talk about some pageant information.
I'll get a slide. Yay. Hi, for those of you guys that don't know me, I'm Mrs. Fuller. I'm in charge of the Miss Teal Hannah pageant. So congratulations on now moving up to senior year. Just a little tidbit, I'm kind of blown away because I can't believe I was standing here a year ago, and now here we are a year later. Miss Teal Hannah usually takes place either the third or fourth Saturday in January. It does also depend upon the basketball schedule of what's going on in the gym, so sometimes the date will vary. I have a Google form that I will share through email and also through your current Google Classroom that you have if you would like to give me your information if you're interested in competing for Miss Teal Hannah. The one thing that we have not done now since 2021 is we have not had Mr. Teal Hannah. Mr. Teal Hannah is a really, really fun event. It just has kind of fallen by the wayside because the boys don't want to do it. I would be super excited to bring Mr. Teal Hannah back. I've tried to get it back the last 4 years and it has not happened. So, gentlemen of the senior class, if you would like to have a Mr. Teal Hannah, it is on you. So you guys get together as a group, you guys come and talk to me, and if you're committed to do one, then I will do one. We'll absolutely do one. I'll make another Google form for the gentlemen to fill out. If you're interested, get a group of guys together. I need at least 8 to 10 people to be able to pull together a Mr. Teal Hannah. I will have an in-person meeting about Miss Teal before we get out of school, so that all of you that will not have classes on campus in the fall, that we've communicated beforehand. So if you have any other questions before all that, just feel free to email me, Michelle Fuller at Anderson5.net, or you can come by room 115 and I can answer your questions. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Thomas, one of the counselors here at Teal Hannah, and I want to mention 2 things to you. The first thing is later this week we're going to be posting a rising senior needs assessment or survey in the Google Classroom. And so the reason we're posting this is to try and get an idea of what topics you really need help with the most moving into your senior year. For example, some of the topics that we'll ask about would be financial aid and scholarships, or are you interested in getting help with completing your college application, or letters of recommendation, or maybe things more related to career, like getting help with your resume or interview tips. So we'll have about 10 to 12 items in that survey. We really need you to complete it. We understand that whatever you put down in that form is just where you stand right now. We know your plans might change. So we'll be asking things like, what are your plans after graduation, college, career, military, whatever it may be. So when you get a minute, take a minute to complete that survey. That'll help us plan better for you in the fall when you return. The second thing I want to mention is a little bit about how you send your transcripts to colleges. Some of you might be requesting that your high school transcript be sent to whatever colleges that you're going to be applying to as early as this summer. And so we're shifting away from needmytranscript.com and we're moving towards parchment.com. And that'll be updated on the Teal Hannah website soon. So just be aware that we're moving towards parchment.com as the platform to have your high school transcript sent to the colleges that you'll be applying to. And you'll see that reflected on our Teal Hannah School Counseling website soon. So just to recap, make sure you complete that survey, no matter what your plans are, and then make sure you're paying attention to the parchment.com announcement, also in the Google Classroom, we can post that. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, so just a few reminders, a little recap of what we've gone through today. The biggest thing, the number one takeaway from this meeting is please check your school email every single day. As we've said, the beginning of the school year is when you're going to be ordering your cap and gown, making sure you've got those photos taken. Everything is going to come quick, and there's going to be a lot of information thrown at you. So check that email daily. When you check the email this afternoon, you'll see an email from me with all this information. Make sure you've joined your Google Classroom because info will be posted in that as well. So check your email, check the Google Classroom, be on the lookout for cap and gown and senior photo information at the very beginning of next school year. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me. My email is AllisonNunemacher@Anderson5.net. So email me, come by my classroom, let me know what I can do, but it is on you to stay in the know your senior year. So that is all we have for y'all. We only have about 5 more minutes of advisory. So we are going to stay in here and we are going to stay seated until 10:10. And at 10:10, you'll go to your second block class. So stay in here, stay seated, and we'll dismiss you at 10:10.